In this problem right here, we have dataset A. The dot plot represents the 19 values in dataset A. This question is talking about the data analysis part of the SAT. Dataset A here is representing in the dot plot, and dataset B is created by subtracting 32 from each of the values in dataset A. So every number here is subtracted 32. Which of the following correctly compares the medians and the ranges of dataset A and B? So here we can think about dataset A, that we have 4 numbers and every number has some dots. So this dot, for example, represents the number 80. This dot right here represents 76, and this also presents 76, which is repeated. So we can see that 76 is repeated 5 times, 72 is repeated 8 times, 68 is 5 times, and only 80, which is repeated 1 time. So here, this is dataset A. What about dataset B? It's something similar to this one, but it's represented by subtracting 32 from each number of those. So we can draw a line here in order to draw the dataset B. We can make this line right here, and we consider the numbers by subtracting 32 from each one. So 68 here, when you subtract 32 from 68, you can find the number for 36. So we can start here writing 36. Then we can take this one and subtract 32 from this number. 72 becomes 40. When subtracting 32 from this one, becomes 44, and then 48. The same number of dots, we can consider here 5 dots. So we can draw 5 dots like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one contains 8 dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we have another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have the last one right here. So we can talk about the medians and the ranges for every one of these data sets. Let's talk about the medians first. Median is the number that lies in the middle of the data sets. So for example, data set A, how can we get the median? One easy method is to crossing 1 from the right and 1 in return from the left. Here we can also cross these 4 together with these 4 right here. So we are left with only two columns. This column that contains only 1 dot, and this column that contains 8 dots. So that if we are left with the 2 columns, choose the bigger one. I mean the column that contains more dots. This one is representing the median. I mean the median is something in here. So the median is 72. The median value of set A is 72. So median here is 72. And the median here is exactly the same column, but this one is 40 right here because we cancel this one and we cancel out this one also. These are 4 dots can be crossed out with these 4 dots right here. And we are left with 2 columns. The bigger one, the higher one is containing the median. So the median of this data set B is 40. As you can see here, data set B has a median which is less than that of data set A. So here we can look at the options to talk about the medians. The median of data set B in question in option A, the median of data set B is equal to the median of data set A, which is incorrect because the medians are not equal. This is 72 while this one is 40. The median of dataset B is equal to dataset A, of course, is also incorrect. The median of dataset B is less than the median of dataset A. This is a correct one, but for the first part, so this first part is correct. median of dataset B is less than the median of dataset A. You can also look at the letter D. The median of dataset set B is also less than that of dataset A. Either C or D is the correct answer. For the median, they are now equal. They are now okay. But what about the range? The range value, how to get the range? Range is equal to maximum minus the minimum values. So for example, in dataset A, the median is the maximum value minus the minimum value. So if you subtract 80 minus 68, you can find 12. This is the range. So the range is the difference between the greatest value and the least value. So the range of dataset A is equal to 12. And if we check the range of dataset B, we subtract 48 minus 36. You get the answer of also 12. What does this mean? It means that the ranges are equal. So we can say that the range of dataset B is equal to the range of dataset A, which is mentioned in letter D. Because C here says the range of dataset B is less than that of dataset A, which is incorrect. So the correct answer is letter D. The medians are, as you can compare here, of dataset B is less than the median of dataset A, and the range of dataset B is equal to that of dataset A. So here letter D is the correct answer for showing the median and the range.